explain what a self-checkout shopping cart feels like, what the experience is going to be like for a consumer.
Absolutely. So about 2 years ago, we acquired this company called Caper. It was my first acquisition as CEO. And what they do is create smart carts where the cart automatically identifies products as you drop them into the cart. And you can check out directly from the cart. And you also have a screen that helps you in your shopping journey by making the shopping journey more personalized, more fun, more like an adventure and a treasure hunt.
Okay, does that incentivize a shopper to buy more when they're using a Caper cart? Have you been able to see in the couple of years that you've already made the acquisition how much it makes me spend a little bit more?
So usually we do see an increase in basket. It varies greatly depending on the retailer, the use case, but people find it really fun. And so they tend to add items to their cart. They see recommendations on the screen, so that allows them to discover new products. And then they don't have to spend time at checkout in line. So that gives them more time to spend browsing the aisle and potentially discovering new products. And now with the launch of advertising on these carts, we're going to be able to have really personalized, really relevant product recommendations on the screen, so that if you're dropping a box of cookies into your Caper cart, we might be able to recommend Dreyer's ice cream so that you can make ice cream sandwiches.
Okay, so you've already got a few brands that are going to be using this already, as you mentioned, ice cream brands that are already on top. Del Monte Foods is already in part of it. What is the uptake like from the retailers themselves? How many have wanted to get in on a Caper cart?
So we have a lot of interest from retailers. Now you can see Caper carts deployed at Kroger, Wakefern, Good Food Holdings, Sobeys, Schnucks, and many more, from Santa Monica all the way to Manhattan. And we think in 2024, we're going to have thousands of carts deployed. And the reason they're really excited to deploy these carts in store is because customers love them. We have a Net Promoter Score of above 70, which is very high. And we hear over and over from customers how fun the shopping journey becomes when you're using this cart and how convenient it is. So we really believe it's going to be the future of grocery shopping.
Future for US shopping? How international could this get? You, of course, someone who is French, and I know that Caper was already having exposure to Spain and to France, for example.
We certainly want to make that something that goes international as well. We're very focused on the US because that's obviously our core market, but we do have interest from international retailers as well. So we're bullish on the international strategy there as well.
And all of this, paint the picture for the direction of travel for Instacart, because is this trying to ensure that you're not just purely an online play for retailers, consumers, but also you've really managed to draw in higher margins through advertising? How much are you trying to broaden out what Instacart really is to an investor and indeed, of course, the retailer and a consumer?
Well, when I joined Instacart, to me, it was obvious that we weren't just a grocery delivery app. We were already a company that was building technology to help retailers with this big digital transformation happening. And we were doing that primarily through e-commerce, obviously. And so with Caper carts, we're really expanding into building technologies for the store, because what we believe is that customers are not going to shop just online or just in store. They're going to shop omni-channel. And the retailers who really create the best, most seamless omnichannel experience are the retailers that are going to gain an edge, and Instacart is giving them this edge.
And does it give you an edge versus who analysts might say are your competitors? There is worry from some analysts that Uber, DoorDash are going to eat in on some of your market share, that Amazon and Walmart are so good at omnichannel as well. How does this carve you a niche?
Well, we already are the very clear category leader in grocery and in grocery delivery. And here, like this launch really proves that we have a completely different strategy from these players. Our strategy is to enable retailers with all of the technologies they need to run their business. And that applies online. And that's why we have, the vast majority of retailers already on our platform, well above any competitor, but also now helping them with their store and helping them with creating a new revenue line for them, because as we launch advertising on Caper carts, we are sharing revenue with retailers. And therefore, for helping them grow their business both online and in store. That's a completely different strategy from some of the marketplace you mentioned, where these marketplaces are really just about growing their marketplace, and in fact, in some cases, even competing with retailers. We don't do that. We enable retailers.
What's on retailers' minds right now? You say about the fun that this is going to inject to a consumer experience, but at the moment we hear of the retailers having to fight people doing theft, shoplifting, not being able to trust people who are using self-checkout and the like. How much are you trying to help some of the headaches to retailers right now, post-COVID?
That's a great question. And in fact, we think that Caper Carts can help with this problem because we have developed really leading theft technology because we are able, through the sensors, the cameras that are around the cart, to see exactly what's going inside the cart. And then we also have a thing at the bottom of the cart that really weighs all of the items. So if there's any discrepancy between what you're paying and what we've seen as you like the items that you put inside the cart, we're able to reconcile that very quickly and alert the store manager to really check and do an audit. So we've developed all of these technologies to solve many of the problems that retailers have currently with self-checkout stations.
And charge the retailers for it. When you're coming to them with this technology, when you're trying to show that your technology is differentiated from the rest of the market, how are you also then charging them for this? Is it subscription-based? What sort of ongoing relationship do you then have with them?
So there's multiple models. I think there's partially obviously making them pay for the hardware and the cart, and then there's an ongoing fee that you get from using the cart. But the thing that's important to also remember is that the carts come not just with cost for retailers, but also revenue opportunities. And that's why the launch of advertising is so exciting, because we are sharing revenue with retailers on these carts, and they are very excited to participate in the retail media advertising market, which is set to double to $100 billion by 2027. And therefore, we think that it will more than offset the costs that it creates for retailers.